I'm sharing the screen and let's see how can we edit the work. So can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am here viewing a child's book. So let's have a view at his writing. Shamail, can I go ahead or no? Okay, thank you. Since I've bought the book, so I can see the complete pages. All right. Now, Shamail, you missed a full stop here. Yeah. This is something that I came across while I was reading the book. And there is a possibility that you can edit all these changes and you can quickly, go for version 2. It doesn't really matter at all that, you will be reluctant that, okay, what if something happens? No, they have given this facility that if you've identified something, you can edit your work. All right. Now let's see something here. And I also wanted to understand, yesterday you were telling me about Grammarly's error. So if you can tell me something here that you've come across, you want to bring that doubt here with us, you want to share?
Ma'am, I don't remember if this was on that page. Wait, it was. No, it was not on that page. It was
Okay.
on another page.
All right. Everything is fine. Okay. I'm just focusing on the punctuation mark. Now, can you see you have added a question mark as well as a full stop here? Isn't it, Shamoil? Can you see?
Um, yes, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. So you have to edit that also. Jake
Yes.
responded. Now look here carefully. You've missed adding the quotation mark here, isn't it? There has to be an ending speech mark. Yeah, Shamoil?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and I had a question.
Please
After
go
the
ahead.
question,
Af-
when the inverted commas come, do we have to put a space?
After the question mark, you don't need to put a space.
Okay.
After a full stop, you don't need to put a space. After any punctuation mark, you don't need to put a space and then inverted commas. Okay? All right. Again, a full stop is missing here, Shamoil. All right. Just scanning quickly. Now, see, here, Shamoil, can you tell me what is the problem? Can you edit your own speech mark here? Or at all the places I can see, can you identify that for me? So everyone, we're just editing an already published book on Bribooks, and there is an option to edit the work. So we're quickly scanning through the pages of a published book. All right. Since you've joined late, I'm just briefing you on what we've done till now. Shimoil, have you identified the error? Not yet? Okay. Let me help you. When you see the first quotation mark and when you see the ending quotation mark, the full stop is outside the quotation mark. It has to be inside. All right. Same error is down here also. Okay. Done. Okay. Same error here also. You've used the speech marks inappropriately. All right. Acha. Some other doubt. There's one more doubt that I had. I wanted to discuss here with you. Can I? Yeah. So Shamoil, when the grandma here is telling the rules, use the book wisely. You've given point 1, 2, 3, 4. But if it is actually what the grandma is saying, it has to be inside the quotation mark, isn't it, Shamoil? It has to be inside the quotation mark. And if you don't want to add quotation mark, you should add a sentence there saying the rule book said, point number 1. Just add that line there, Shamoil. All right. Please write it somewhere so that when you are editing tonight, when you edit your book, you can make these changes. Okay, Shamal, write page number 16, add one sentence. The rules said, the rules of the book or, something. Frame that sentence and add it here. Bhuloge to nahi? Okay. Uh, Everything looks good here. Necessities के बाद full stop is missing. Yes. Can I ask you a question, Shamoil? How many times you reread your book?
Maybe 4.
4, right? So every time you read, you look it from your teacher's perspective. That will help you to identify minutest of the flaws that's present. Okay. Yeah. All good, all good. Okay. Again, the punctuation mark here, you see the last speech mark, the full stop has to be inside. Okay? But now why you have added an inverted comma here, I can't see the beginning of the inverted comma because there are 3 inverted commas, 1, 2, and 3. Isn't it, Shimoil? Yeah, edit that. Okay. One more thing that I want to recommend, but it is absolutely your call to make that change or not. Since you were absent on the first day, I mentioned that whenever you are starting the story, Shamoil, whenever you are starting the story, never use once upon a time. Okay. And if you've written once upon a time, there has to be a comma after that. But when, anyways, you are editing your work, so replace once upon a time by something important. Okay? All right. So I will stop sharing the screen. Okay.
Ma'am, can I write like they once lived
Yes,
like that?
something. Yeah.
They-
Yeah. Yes. I will take
Excuse
all
me,
the
ma'am.
queries. I will take all the queries towards the end of the session. Okay. So now we will start with today's session, and I will be guiding on how to review a book. Now, it is very important that we support our friends who have already published their books on Bribooks. Or, if we want to, if you've read a book by, say, Roald Dahl, and we want to see how much efficient we are in reviewing a book on Goodreads or on Amazon, we should be knowing the criterias of reviewing a book. So I will take you through the slides, make down, write down, take down the notes from here. And also I have supplied few templates. It is age appropriate. It is very simple for younger kids, right? You can see that. That is just a step up to encourage them that you can do it, right? And if you have all logged in from your laptop, I want you to open Bribooks website right now and also log in. Log in, and you will need your phone's OTP because I want you to review a lot of books right now. Okay, so meanwhile, I will share the screen and I'll share the PPT with you.
Ma'am, review as in?
We have our friends there. I would teach you how to review a book on Bribooks. All right. And we'll encourage
Excuse
our friends. Yes.
ma'am, like I am not read Roald Dahl. So can you take a book review of that book? That is a classic story and
Sure, I will do.
everyone's
I
know.
will do that. And Ambika, I will definitely take another workshop where we will be talking about Roald Dahl. All right. Now, just give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Yeah. All right. How to review a book. Acknowledge the author and the illustrator of the book. You can research a little about the author to know, what makes him or her write this book. You should understand and comprehend the text, what is clearly stated and what you find out by reading it carefully. When you're reading the book, when you're reading the story, you have to pay emphasis on the comprehension part. Stop and jot down the most interesting parts or part of the story, and you have to give evidence that why you feel it is the most interesting part. So these are the steps that you have to do while you are reading any book. When you are reading the story, think of how it makes you feel. Does it tell you to be hopeful? You feel sad knowing the ill fate of your character, or happy knowing that all is well? Pay emphasis to your feelings while you are reading a storybook. Characters are what generally draw people to books. So make sure that if you're writing a book, you're describing the characters very well. And while you are reading the book, you focus on who the characters are and what makes them interesting. What are the qualities of these characters that, it's an antagonist or a protagonist? So what makes them one of its kind? Try to identify what is that makes the book so special. How is it different from the other books that you have read so far? What is so unusual about the book? After brainstorming your ideas, think of your thinking. When you write a book review, the readers are interested to know your opinion of the books you have read. So it has to be your personal opinion. Never mention the facts because it's already available on Google. If I want to purchase a book and I read your review, it should either encourage me to buy the book, or it's going to be, it's going to discourage me to, stop buying that book from the shelf. Start by introducing the book. Now comes the point of you drafting the review, drafting the book review, writing a paragraph on this book, So you have to start by introducing the book. Definitely acknowledge the author, illustrator, and talk about the main character. Instead of writing main character, you can use the keyword that is protagonist. Then write a couple of sentences describing what the book is about without giving any spoilers, which means that don't tell them the main agenda of the story. Otherwise, people would not read because they will know, okay, this is what has had happened in the storybook. All right. Discuss what you particularly liked about the book. Focus on your thoughts and feelings about the story and the way it was told, how it was narrated. You could try answering a couple of the following questions. Okay. Okay. So the question is, who was your favorite character and why? Did the characters feel real to you? Did the story keep you guessing? Were you able to predict what's going to happen next? If yes, then the author has done a really great job to build that curiosity in the reader's mind that will encourage the reader to come back to the book again and finish the pages. What was your favorite part of the book and why? Were certain types of scenes written particularly well? For example, sad scenes were described well. Tensed scenes, were these scenes described appropriately? Did the book make you laugh or cry? Mention anything that you disliked about the book. Talk about why you think it didn't work well for you. Remember, you have to give your honest review. Did you wish the ending hadn't been a cliffhanger because you found it frustrating? You know what's a cliffhanger, children? When the author doesn't tell you what the end result will be, and you were eagerly waiting for the final result. You were eagerly waiting for, what's gonna happen to the protagonist, but the author intentionally left it as a cliffhanger. It is again a way to write your story. There are multiple ways to write your story, and these things you're going to come across in your higher grades. Now, did you find it difficult to care about the main character, and could you work out why? Was the story too scary for your liking, or did it focus on a theme you didn't find interesting? Now, round up your review. Summarize some of your thoughts on the book by suggesting the type of reader you would recommend the book to. For instance, if you've read a book, say, The Enormous Crocodile by Roald Dahl, you can definitely suggest that children in the age group from, say, 3 years of age till 6 years of age would love to listen, and kids beyond 6 can use it as an independent reading book. All right. You can go give the book a rating, for example, a mark out of 5 or 10. if you like. So you'll always see that there would be 5-star rating, and you can rate it anywhere from 3.5 to 5. And you also have to validate that why you gave this book a 4-star or a 5-star. Now, the end. So that here we will end the workshops, all the concepts that I wanted to share with you. And now I want to guide you through the platform of Bribook. How can you register? How can you write a book? How can you review your friends' books that's already present, already published there? Because this is again a practice where you are independently giving reviews to your friends' books. Because here no one is watching you. Yeah, Shriyadita, I'll definitely take that question. No one is watching you, so you don't have that judgmental issue in your mind that somebody is going to judge you. So feel free and rate all the books that that has been published, that's been published by your friends. All right, Shriyadita, what's your question?
I was saying that I thought the class was over right now
No, the class is not
because the
over.
usual time is 7.
What, Shriyadita?
The usual timing is 7.
No, the class is not over. One of the fundamentals that I wanted to discuss, that is over. Now we will be
Yeah,
going
because
to.
I joined at 6 and you told Shamoil that you joined a little late. So
All right,
that's
not a problem, Shradita. Yeah. So let me quickly share the screen. Can you give me a thumbs up if you have all logged in from your Bribooks account? How many of you have logged in? Shradita, have you logged in?
like I don't know what Bribooks account you mean. Yeah, like when I was writing the book, I
Okay.
logged in with the Bribooks account only.
How is the internet connection, everyone? Can you see me well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now let me share my screen and take you through Bribooks. Voice is cracking and we are getting logged out. Can you rejoin, Shruti? Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. Once you see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Can you see my screen, children? Okay, great. So the first part is that you have to create an account, and for that you need your mobile phone. Once you enter your mobile phone, you will get an OTP, and then you can just get through the page. So here, as you can see, this is my profile. So I will click on it and I will go to my books. Once you click on my book, and if you have not published any book, it's going to give you that intimation that you have not written any book so far. But now I have a book. So this is the book that I have written. You can write as many books as you can, and there is no limit. There is no limit for you to just, that you have to write just 1 or 2 books. All right. So if you want to edit your work, now that you have identified that there are few errors, you press edit. And this is what it's going to show you, that your book will be unpublished from the books store. So definitely you want version 2 of your book to come in the market. So you have to say submit. Once you say submit, the same screen, cancel. The similar screen, for example, let me write a new book, okay? Once you write on both the sides. So once you submit, just can't press next. That is the reason why I'm doing it like this. Okay. Okay, so once you submit, this is what exactly will come. You can skip this part, you can watch the video because these videos are very helpful, children. So for anyone who is joining in for the first time, and you want to know how Bribooks work, this is how exactly the platform looks like. This robot here will guide you. He's the guy who's going to tell you that something is wrong in your text, etc. I'm just doing next, next, next. Okay. So you can either write, how are you? All right. Or you can activate the microphone and you can say, hey Siri, allow. Hey Siri, how are you? And now you unmute this because then they will just keep on adding whatever you are saying. After they've typed the text, they will not add the punctuation mark for you. So you have to do the editing. A lot of times, we will write the entire thing and then we will come back to individual page and we will edit it. According to me, whenever you type one sentence, whenever the robot is typing on your behalf, at that very moment, add the punctuation mark. It's going to be very helpful. Okay. And suppose if I make any grammatical, yes, Shamal?
Mom, like when you say something, will it automatically put the punctuations or you will have to put it?
We will have
or
to
do you
put
have
the
to...
punctuation. Now see, let's test it. Okay. Let's test it. Hello, exclamation mark. How are you? Full stop. It's not adding, you have to add. So how we will edit this? It's going to add everything for us and it won't even capitalize the alphabets that is required to. So once you write everything, then you go back to individual words and edit it. Hey, how are you today? I went to my friend's house. Seems like we are having a good time here. Now, sorry.
I think you're on mute.
Yes, I'm on mute. I had to take a call. Yeah. So this is how we are doing. Hey. Now, if you see this red line, these red lines, automatically it's going to edit your work. Accept it. There is no space, Shamoil. Can you see that? There is no space between the word and the exclamation mark. Now, friends, it has to be an apostrophe S, and that's how it will help you. And even if I'm making any grammatical error, like if one sentence is in present tense and the other sentence is in past tense, it's going to identify and help us write the perfect sentence. Okay. So now I will share. Yes, Shamal, go ahead.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, I just like saw a little small preview of a few books on Bribooks. Some books, they have emojis in them. Is that like, can you put emojis or it's not? Because I have seen some emojis in some books.
We should not. We should not. Yeah. Because I've never seen a realistic book in my hand with emojis. It's like, kids are writing for fun, so they're not following certain rules. But if you have to be a perfect author, you have to follow all the rules. Because you know why am I being so strict about it? You never know that if your book gets in the hand of an author who is based out of New York, okay? And they have to give, you know, like they've selected 10 books from India and they have to give some award to these authors. So while they are going through the book and proofreading, you know what proofreading means? Yeah, it's just like editing. Yeah, okay. So they will see that, oh, this child has made a lot of errors in punctuation, grammatical. So they will just drop that book out from their list. And even though the choice of words and everything in the book was great, but uh, it did not get selected, right? So that's all. I will highly urge you to to give reviews and to rate this book that I'm showing and your friend's book also. Like I've rated Shamoil's book. It is not going to take me to the next page. Just a second. My orders. Okay. Bookstore. Here it is. Okay. Can you see this book? Everyone, can you see my screen? So what I did, I clicked here and I have rated this author. Can you see, Shradita, I've rated your book? Yeah. So I even read someone else's book here. And I've given her a 5-star. Can you see that, Samaira? So any child can write here. And I am so happy to see that a lot of participants in this workshop, they've already published their book, because definitely it was a part of our school's holiday homework. But I know kids are joining just not from Nagpur, but all over the place. So do participate and encourage your child to write a book, because you never know that these small gestures will create such a powerful impact in your child's mind that they would love to write and write and write. Yeah. Stop sharing. And by that, I am towards the end of the session. So today we've been quick in covering almost the entire concepts that I wanted to cover in this 3 days workshop. So please share your opinion. Any doubts that you have, please be free to ask me here. And don't forget to rate this book, that for what we have done the workshop, that's an author with many accolades. Don't forget to rate my daughter's book. Yes, Anahita. Yes,
Amni, I have a doubt. Hi.
definitely.
I
Hi.
want to start with thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. We learn so much. We get to know later when we implement it. We learn a lot. Am I still there? I mean, I think I have terrible network today.
It's okay. You can just put your
I think I'm
camera
gone.
on. You
Am I
just switch
there?
off the camera. Yeah. If you switch off the camera, then we can hear you clearly. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying thank you so much. We've learned so much in this workshop, not just the kids, even us mothers have learned how to guide our kids. So thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Because even in Anahita's school, there are a few published authors, the elder kids.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been after my life since 2-3 months that she wants to start writing.
Uh-huh.
My personal suggestion was we should first start doing a lot of book reviews rather than attempt writing first.
Okay.
Am I thinking on the right lines, or do you have a better
I feel
suggestion?
I feel you can parallelly do both.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel
Yeah.
the opposite way is going to work even better, that if a child has already written a book, then he or she is going to review the book even better because of the rules that the child knows, and if I
Got
rate,
it.
yeah, if I rate an author and I use all these technical words like the protagonist and the cliche or the cliffhanger, the author will definitely read and feel happy that this child who has reviewed my book is very well aware of the other details of book writing. So you
Got it.
you go ahead with her book writing journey, and parallel to
Yeah.
that, definitely review the book and all the books on Amazon, Goodreads, etc. And the best way to do that is, again, if you read a couple of good reviews on Goodreads, you will come to know how exactly we should be doing. Now, secondly, we have to understand that this is something that a 6-year-old, 7-year-old would be doing. So it has to be it has to be like, a child has reviewed and not a parent. So it has to be absolutely honest feedback and no editing done there.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your guidance. Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay. Any other queries here, children? Parents?
Yeah, Apni,
Yes, please go
I
ahead.
wanted to ask that can we use Canva for designing purpose? Because
Yes,
they have very
absolutely.
set.
Absolutely.
Okay, all
The
right.
two, so for
Okay.
illustrations, you can use your personal sketches, upload it,
Okay,
and you can use it
all right.
there. You can
All
definitely
right.
take help from Canva. That was something even I was thinking, but because we did not have that much time, so we just used the illustrations that's present there. And
Okay.
if you want to write a novel with no illustrations, that option is also present there.
All right. And if we want to, I mean, add few things or like make many corrections, we can do that, right? In
Like,
editing version also, edited version.
like, right now, if you have
Like
published a book and now,
if we want to add few things more because that was done in a hurry, like
yeah, you can do that.
okay, all right.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. So it will just get unpublished, but as soon as you publish it again, your title will be available in that bookstore. Now,
Okay, so but
this meeting is going to end in another 3 minutes. So you can rejoin using the next link that I have shared.
right.
Okay, because we will be taking and discussing a lot of important stuffs, like how to increase the sales of your book. And I have to share something with you, so do join in, because it is something that you can incorporate in your book writing journey and promoting your book. Okay, so let's quickly rejoin from the next meeting so that we have
Apni,
with us. Yes, Raman.
I just this Bribooks even Aveer can use, or
Yeah,
it's the
yes,
link for
everyone.
Avantika school only.
No, it is for everyone on this planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any child can create a
Any
book
child.
from Bribooks.
Yes. So let's quickly rejoin, and I'll be waiting for
Even
you.
Amma incented